Modernism. In the 20th century, families got smaller and born children decreased from 10 plus to 2.7 children per family. Women's status was changing. They started to have more rights, such as the choice not to marry and have children. In 1918, women got the right to vote, which they had been demonstrated for in years. In the 70s, divorce was made legally easy, and over the century, the divorce rate increased 1,000 times, which was rarely seen in the 900s.
Because of less children being born, the amount of money needed for a household decreased dramatically. With the extra money, the standards of the average home rose greatly. Time by time, overfilled and dirty homes turned into houses we recognize today. Electricity, hot water, and indoor plumbing became a common thing. Most people rented houses instead of buying them, but between the two wars, people were introduced to borrowing money to buy a house. We know this practice as taking a loan in a bank.
As time went by, homes became a place for comfort and for entertainment. They didn't have to work as hard as before, because they had more money now by cause of lack of children. And that means that they didn't have to provide money for 10 children anymore, only for 2 or 3. So they spent a lot more time at home now than they did before. And by the end of the 1920s and the end of the 1950s, there were a lot of new electronics. For example, telephones, washing machines, dishwashers, and record players.
Before the 20s, Britain was very religious, but during the 20s, that changed. It became more free to choose what to believe in. In the 1960s, young people and women triggered a cultural revolution.
When the strict religion vanished into thin air, people were set free. Free to make up their own religion, mixing elements from Buddhism, Hinduism, and a little twist of their own. The new religion was all about finding yourself, meeting new people, which somehow involved drugs. This new creation was called the hippie trail.
The Modernism was a time of change. Britons got religious liberty, people were set free from the strict religion. Families became smaller because they got less children, and they got new electronic devices such as washing machines, telephones, dishwashers, and record players.